Stress. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to World Wrestling Affliction. Now we have our go home show, The Undesirables. Well, that's the generation. Jason North and Isaiah Zank flanking DOC here for his #1 contendership match. And they're going by the name The Undesirables. This is interesting. Now, this is our go-home show before the Warpath PLE this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. They are both going live, same as this video, at 11:30 a.m. Shown Eastern Standard Time. Just for this week, that's the upload schedule. Then starting next week, we'll go back to 3 p.m. Sunday, Shown Eastern Standard Time. It's just so that this week has been like morning uploads, just testing to see how that goes compared to the afternoon uploads. But here we are, the Church of Anarchy, TJ Dunn entering here in this match against DOC. Can he get revenge for DOC eliminating his faction member Chase Samuels? I don't know, we'll find out. That being said, TJ Dunn has 2 matches away from being an IC champion if he beats DOC here tonight, and then Andre Salas. Same for DOC, if he beats TJ Dunn, he has to beat Andre Salas at the Warpath. You get the gist. But I don't want to talk about that right now. I want to talk about what happened last week and the downfall or the aftermath of everything that happened. So we had the brawl between Kitty Hagen and Ivy Fisher. We had Trav attacking Castro and then Matoto Lee holding him still while Trav brutally beat down his wife. And then we also had Matoto Lee and Jet Kobayashi attacking AJ Perez and TK Landon after the main event. And now Davis Morris, our general manager, came on the screen and said, look, I'm done with this. This is chaotic and I need to deal with it. So the men's tag team titles will be defended in what is known as a 4 Corners of Hell match. Now, this is essentially a fatal 4-way tag team match. Tornado tag rules, no disqualifications, no countouts. It is force count anywhere, and it is elimination style. So you have to pin both members of the other 3 teams to eliminate them, and then the last standing team is the winner and crown the champions. We also found out that the main event here for this evening, and I found a match before the Warpath PLE, will be Castro Lazara and the Queen Ivy Fisher taking on Kitty Hagen and Trav of Parabellum in a mixed tag match, and the winners will choose the stipulations for their respective world title matches at the Warpath PLE. So a lot happened last week, and the downfall of it has led to a lot of matches happening at the PLE. So now, so far, basically what we have announced for the PLE is whoever wins this match will challenge Andre Salas. We have the men's tag team title 4 Corners of Hell match. We have the women's world title confirmed, the men's world title confirmed. I'm getting word that there's also another light heavyweight title match between Jeremiah Stone and Angelo Epps. And then we also have Matthew Rex taking on Marco Gates in a one-on-one match. And here we go off the cover now. Could this be at 1, 2? They kick out at 2. So that's all the matches that we have announced for you so far leading in to the PLE. Oh, big kick to the head there. Double axe handle off the second rope from TJ Dunn. DOC going toe to toe now. And here we got the tag. One. Oh, with the pin, sorry, not the tag. I don't know where my head was with that one. Now, you may have noticed my voice is not being thrown out like it was last episode. I took probably about a 10-15 minute break to rest my voice a little bit before I recorded this, and I'll probably do the same before I record the PLE, because I have a feeling I'm 100% going to throw my voice out for the PLE because there is a lot of chaos. Spoiler alert, breaking kayfabe, there's a lot of chaos going on in that PLE that I'm going to need my full voice for. So, the fans cheering for these two to fight forever. I don't know if this match has been good enough to be a fight forever chant, but the fans do, so who am I to argue? I'm just a commentator. But that being said, so far these two have been going at it pretty well. And I honestly don't think the Church of Anarchy or the Undesirables, as they call themselves, needed to be here. This could have been a one-on-one match without any managers, as they're not really taking any part in this match so far. But that's just me, and that's my thought. Now, on top of the announced main event that we have for you guys here this evening, we also have our middle match, which is an interesting match of brothers facing each other. We have Andy Walker from the Rebel Club taking on his brother from the Dangerous Alliance in Tyson Walker in what is just a friendly, brotherly match. There's no stakes involved. You know, they're just having a bit of a match to relax and chill out. Oh, spear! Spear from DOC. Could this be it? Goes to the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. The spear out of nowhere. Oh, here we go. Superman punch. Oh, but TJ Dunn stepped back, countered it. Big spine buster himself. This match is just kicked up to 11. Big pedigree from TJ Dunn. Goes to the cover now. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. TJ Dunn can't believe it. The Undesirables cheering on, talking down to the fans. Big high knee there from TJ Dunn. Dunn beating him down. Oh, big kick to the face there. Going to the top rope, DOC. We don't normally see him up there. What's he going for? He's calling for TJ Dunn to stand up. Big double axe handle. Oh, Dunn countered. And Dunn dropping down. Leapfrog. It looked like he was going for a spine buster, but DOC countered. Goes to the cover now. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, DOC is our #1 contender. After 3 hard-fought battles, he finally is crowned the #1 contender, and he goes on to the Warpath PLE to take down or take on Andre Salas for the IC Championship. Will he be able to dethrone one of Parabellum's 5 title holders? Time will tell at the Warpath PLE. But congratulations to DOC. That was one hard-fought battle for sure. And so were the matches against Chase Samuel. And forgive me, I forget who he faced in round 1 of this. But that was also a pretty hard-fought battle as well from memory. So he's definitely earned this. He's moved on to earn that spot with his new friends in the generation as the Undesirables. So that is quite an interesting aspect there. So congratulations to them. And we move on to our next match. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a development we just saw. So Alice Lane just went to our general manager and said, look, I know that we earned our title shots, but I know the Chick Crew want their hands on Amber Valentine and Olivia Jade for attacking them before their match last PLE that cost them the match against the Lane twins that then led them to earn their title shot. So the women will be facing in a 4 corners of hell tag team match for the women's tag titles, and it will be the Chick Crew of Isabella Hunt and Alexia Butler taking on the Lane twins, taking on Amber Valentine and the villain Olivia Jade, who will also be taking on Taryn Sky and Cameron Newton. What a match that will be, and we will look forward to that at Warpath this weekend. But for now, we focus on this match, and this is brother versus brother, friendly brotherly rivalry here. Now, these two have a lot of history together. They've been tag team champions together. They've been rivals. They've had a brutal blood feud that went on for almost a year, and, you know, probably took years off both of their careers. But eventually they, you know, at the end of it, they shook hands, they hugged it out. They don't always see eye to eye still, but here they're, you know, amicable. And this is just some friendly rivalry, no stakes involved, no heated animosity, just wanting to one-up each other in this competitive rivalry that have been going on since they both debuted almost 10 years ago. Now, they trained together, they started in the same wrestling school at the same time, and in that first school, they were tag team champions. They were world champions and intercontinental champions. They held basically every title at one stage in that first company. Then Andy Walker got left behind and moved to, as Tyson Walker, moved to Alpha Omega with Tyler Bishop and became the Dangerous Alliance and, you know, started his whole career. And that didn't sit well with Andy Walker. Andy Walker came to TKWF, and that's where their brutal feud started. And, you know, it went on for a year. They faced each other in every type of match imaginable. I mean, they had Iron Man matches, they had Last Man Standing matches, they had every match, Steel Cage, Hell in a Cell. For a whole year, they had basically every match that they could possibly have to try one-up each other, try beat each other senseless. And as you can see here, they know each other inside and out. They're countering each other as much as they can. And this match is purely just, you know, bragging rights. You know, I beat you on our first match together here in World Wrestling Affliction. There is nothing on the line here other than bragging rights. And you see the difference between these two as well. Although they are brothers, you know, you see the size difference in them. The huge, big muscles and the taller stature of Tyson Walker, while the smaller, leaner stature of Andy Walker, allowing for strength versus speed here in this match. And it is definitely, you know, an interesting showing for these two. Oh, nice counter from Andy Walker. Over the top rope, dodges. Oh, what a big slam there. Now you got to think, Andy Walker has to watch himself as he is part of the Four Corners of Hell tag team title match at Warpath. So he doesn't want to get too injured here, or he could let his tag team partner TK Landon down as one half of Rebel Club in that match. And I'm sure, you know, Tyson Walker is definitely considering that. He's not looking to do a lot of damage to his brother here. He just wants to win the match. Goes to the cover now. Only a 2 count off that big headbutt. Oh, here we go. Oh, the big Claymore kick. Goes to the cover. Could this be it? 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Very few people have kicked out of that Claymore kick. And Andy Walker is definitely one of the ones who is in that feud. So it's not surprising that he kicked out there. But it's also something that we don't normally see. Big punch. Well, actually, I think it was more of an elbow or a forearm. Oh, that was definitely an elbow. Goes to the cover now. Could this be it? 1, 2, 3, and congratulations to Tyson Walker. Wait, what the? Who the hell is that? Well, this masked gentleman just stepped into the ring and took out both the Walker brothers. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what an interesting turn of events. We don't know who that masked man is, but he just took out both the Walker brothers after they had that brutal match against each other. But for now, we focus on this match right here, our main event and our final match before we go into the Warpath PLE. This man right here, Castro Lazara, definitely not happy. His wife is still in hospital after the brutal assault from Trav last week. He's not looking forward to even looking at Trav, let alone being in a match against him. And he has to have it 2 nights in a row, basically. Well, technically 2 nights in a row, because their main event will be on night 2, which will be on the Sunday. So you know what I mean. But I've spoken to Castro backstage. You know, he didn't have many words for me, and rightly so. But he said that he's bringing a whole new side to him in the PLE. One that Trav knows very well. And that didn't sound good to me. But here we have Castro's tag team partner. Now her story, very similar. You know, her and Kitty Hagen started out as, you know, it was just a random rookie challenging her in an open challenge, which led to her challenging her once Ivy Fisher won the Women's World Championship, failed in that first attempt, but then attacked her, joined Parabellum. Ivy Fisher threw down the challenge. Kitty Hagen won. Kitty Hagen then attacked Ivy Fisher last week. Ivy Fisher fought back in this big brawl, and that led to this match right here. It is this mixed tag match. There you see our men's world champion and our women's world champion representing Parabellum. Trav and Kitty Hagen. Now they're coming into this match looking to win so that they can choose the stipulations for their world title matches at Warpath, so that they can choose a stipulation that will best set them aside to win their victory. And I mean, you've got to hand it to Parabellum. They have done everything that they've stated that they were going to do. Trav has been an unstoppable force here since debuting in the company 2 months ago. You know, from eliminating Lufa Ramon to... From eliminating Lufa Ramon to starting Parabellum to leading Parabellum to hold 5 of the 7 championships in the company. And now we kick this off. Casho with a nice powerbomb into a moonsault. You see a whole different side of Casho here in this match. I mean, he is letting his anger guide him. You know, I don't think that there's any wrestling thought in his head. It's purely deal as much damage to Trav as possible. Jarring the neck there of Castro. Big moonsault off the top rope from Trav. And I mean, you gotta think of how Castro is feeling in this moment. He is literally face to face with the man who has put his wife in the hospital. She is laid up in a hospital bed right now while he sits here a foot away from the man who did it to her, and all he wants to do is be with her, but he has to fight this man twice in the span of a couple of days. And you know, it's definitely got to put a toll on him mentally. And you know, Trav knows that he's in Castro's head, and it's not looking good for Castro here. And I think the same goes for Kitty Hagen and Ivy Fisher. You know, Kitty went from this no-name rookie who got lucky and pinned Ivy Fisher in a match to being the most dominant women's wrestler we've had in WWA and beating Ivy Fisher for that Women's World Championship. Now Trav going for the cover now. Kick out from Castro immediately. Oh, what a slam from Trav there. Just slamming Castro straight onto his face now. Big powerbomb into a knee to the face. And now Kitty Hagen has been tagged. Ivy Fisher's in the ring now. Now, mixed tag rules, you have to have the women face the women and the men face the men. So as soon as Ivy Fisher got tagged, as soon as Kitty Hagen got tagged, Ivy Fisher was forced to be tagged in. Now Ivy Fisher beating down on Kitty Hagen. Their brawl has been one that has, you know, stood the test of time so far in World Wrestling Affliction. Basically starting since day one. And Castro is like a ball on fire right now, just attacking Trav. Immediately just beating him down as much as he can. This isn't about choosing a stipulation for Castro. Oh, what a spin there. Goes to the cover. Ivy Fisher breaks it up. Now, as I was saying, like, this isn't about choosing a stipulation for Castro. This is about getting his hands on the man who hospitalized his wife and dealing as much damage as possible. At this point, I don't even know if he cares about the World Championship. He just wants his hands on Trav. Goes to the cover now. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. And now, Trav with the tackle to Castro on the outside. Now, Trav, just staring at Castro. He's followed Castro to the outside, kick to the head. Picking him up once again. Castro trying to fight back. Oh, what a move there from Castro. Calling Castro back into the ring. Sorry, calling Trav to get back in the ring after Castro was in the ring. Oh, just targeting the knee there. Trav is. Oh, locking in a submission. Will we see the tap? We do. Castro just tapped to our world champion Trav, and therefore Parabellum's members Trav and Kitty Hagen get to choose the stipulations for their respective world championships leading into Warpath this weekend. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Warpath Night 1 will be up tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Night 2 will be up Sunday at 11:30 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. We will see you there. Congratulations to Trav and Kitty Hagen for your victory.